Philippines and all over the globe. We're live from the News Center Manila, bringing you the latest news. This is Ian Duj Villanega for your News Alert. For the headlines. August led to rise in prostitution then, said by the NBI. Two cops from Cavite arrested from robbery extortion. Prison student raped and killed by suitor. A girl got stabbed multiple times. At least 146 dead following stampede in South Korea. Was led to rise in prostitution then, said by the NBI. Reporting from the Senate is our correspondent.
Aalokin namin ng extra servers na ang ibig sabihin ay makikipagtalik sa kanila.
Karina recalls a friend offered her work as a massage therapist. At 15 years old, she is clueless about eventually doing more than what she was initially told. She ends up getting paid between 3,000 and 7,000 pesos to have sex with a client. Karina splits the amount with her Filipino boss and her Chinese husband.
Araw-araw ako lumalabas para makipagkita sa customer. Ang mga naging customer ko ay Japanese, Korean, Bombay, Amerikano at Chinese. Pero ang pinakamadami ay Chinese.
During a Senate hearing, Karina says she is aware that 8 other girls are in a similar situation. The youngest is Shaira, and at the young age of 14, she has acquired sexually transmitted disease.
Kahit po may sakit, nilalakad pa rin po sa mga customer.
Senate Committee on Women Chairperson Risa Ontiveros shows a screenshot of a Chinese chat group which peddles young women for sex. The conversation includes charges for having sex with Chinese, Russian, and Korean prostitutes. Another message showing photos of, quote, new tea or new prostitutes.
Sa WeChat, pati pa sa Telegram, ay ina-advertise yung products and services as if commodities lang ang babae.
The National Bureau of Investigation blames the surge in Philippine offshore gaming operations, or POGOs, for the rising number of prostitution dens. It says the prostitution dens only serve Chinese clients.
We only experience this kind of activities when POGO was created, and a lot of Chinese employees of POGO is the ultimate clients.
Unfortunately, the NBI says a number of cases filed against sex traffickers are dismissed because victims could no longer be reached to testify against them.
It has been registered and licensed by the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, or PAGCOR, in order to operate legally, became a turning point to where new prostitution rings have emerged in the country, catering mostly to Chinese nationals. It has been stated by one of the victims as she thought she will be working as a massage therapist. Thanks, Christy. Salute the concerned citizen for alarming the public with the illegal activities of the police. It was a frustration to see those public servants to do robbery and extortion. As how these minors have been used and get paid to do sexual activity, with how they got scammed and manipulated by other people, showcasing human act as it clearly stated how other people use their innocence for their own benefit.
2 police officers from Bacoor, Cavite, and a civilian were arrested in an entrapment operation undertaken in a gasoline station in the city on Tuesday afternoon. The 2 non-commissioned police officers were identified as Police Staff Master Sergeant Joselito Bugay and Police Staff Sergeant Dave Bautista. The operation was triggered by a post that has now gone viral of their supposed victims, calling the attention of Bacoor City Mayor Strike Revilla. According to the post, the suspects were extorting monthly payments from various transport groups.
These individuals stand accused of collecting monthly payments known as payola from tricycle operators, drivers associations, and other transport groups. It is estimated that they amass around 1.5 million per month, with an average of 170,000 per transport group.
The Philippine National Police said suspects were collecting these payments disguised as protection money from being caught for any traffic violations. Confiscated from the suspects were different firearms and ammunition. The erring cops are now facing several criminal and administrative charges.
Criminal complaints will be filed against them, including robbery charges or violation of Article 294, Paragraph 5 of the Revised Penal Code, illegal possession of firearms, and violation of the Omnibus Election Code.
The chief of Bacoor Police was also ordered relieved under the PNP's one-strike policy. The immediate superior of the arrested cops, identified as Edralyn Gawaran, chief of the Bacoor Traffic Management Department, remains at large. The viral post alleged Gawaran is a former board member appointed by Mayor Revilla as traffic chief. The PNP admits arresting their fellow police officers is never easy, all the more reason to cleanse the ranks. As part of the National Police's internal cleansing, the PNP Discipline Law and Order Division is now reviewing recommendation to dismiss 8 police personnel from the Imus PNP who allegedly looted the house of a retired teacher. While the Navotas cops involved in the killing of 17-year-old Jemboy Baltasar have been officially dismissed by the PNP National Capital Region.
As how PNP admits, it was tough to arrest their fellow public servants, but their acts are not aligned with their duty. Being part of internal cleansing of PNP, they are liable for administrative charges. How their acts ruin the roles and responsibility being a police. They took advantage of their authority and power is an example of human act, as they were aware that their actions was against the law, but still they continued it. They operate like an online food delivery service that offers a detailed menu of various sexual favors from women. Some of them were underage, who sent to the customers' hotels or houses.
Authorities arrest 3 foreigners and their Filipino cohorts during a raid on an online fraud operation in Pasig City. The video taken by the raiding team shows one of the suspects even attempted to hide in a can of soft drinks the SIM or subscriber identity module used in cryptocurrency scams. A month later, authorities arrested another foreigner with his Filipino live-in partner who are into buying and selling registered SIM. The PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group says suspects prefer SIM with registered and verified e-wallets. They would buy these card chips for 400 pesos apiece and sell them to scammers. But are the real SIM owners liable as well, even if they are not involved in the scam? The Information and Communications Technology Department says the SIM Registration Act bans the buying and selling of registered SIM.
But I would like to remind the public that this is truly a criminal liability that carries a penalty of a maximum of 6 years and a fine of a maximum of 300,000 pesos. And the penalty is given not only to the one who is selling, but also to the one who fails to report or to correct the details regarding the registration of a SIM card that he or she owns.
SIM owners may be liable as their names are linked to the numbers used in illegal activities.
Binebenta mo yung pangalan mo, pag dumating si pulis at nanghuli, ikaw ang huhulihin pero hindi naman ikaw talaga ang salarin.
Once registered with telco providers, it becomes part of a person's identity.
The moment re-register natin yan, nakatahi na yan sa atin. So, dapat protektahan din natin yan in the same way na pinoprotektahan natin yung mga ID natin, yung mga ATM card natin, yung mga credit card natin, yung mga yan.
Telco provider Globe Telecom says it has strengthened its partnership with authorities to stop SIM-aided crimes.
If law enforcers will and the courts will ask of us, then we are legally bound to disclose what is within the legal bounds.
The government says the law protects data privacy. There should be sufficient evidence of fraud to compel telcos to reveal the profile and data behind the numbers.
Thus, we must need to protect our own phone numbers against scammers because it is connected with our own identity. As we are responsible users, and also to prevent crimes to exist, we must need to become liable with our own actions. Influenced by overwhelming emotions rather than premeditated or rational action. With how SIM registration occurs, it is still frustrating despite improvements within laws. There are a lot of scammers who still finds a way to do illegal activities, as how human act make their actions because they will benefit from it.
Sa investigasyon ng mga pulis, lumalabas na si Mitzi Balunsay ay napatay ng isang taong may matindi at mapanganib na pag-ibig sa dalaga. Ang suspect ay kinilalang si Alvin de Los Angeles, kaeskwela at masugid na manliligaw ni Mitzi. Pero paano nga ba humantong sa krimen ang panliligaw nitong si Alvin kay Mitzi? Buong-buong na idokumento ng ABS-CBN News Team ang kwento ni Alvin. Ayon sa kanya, siya daw ang nagpapunta kay Mitzi para makipag-usap. Dati raw niyang kasintahan si Mitzi. Nais daw sana niyang makipagbalikan sa dalaga.
Nagkatalo po kasi kami nung time na yun, nandiyan na kami.
Ayoko na! Ayoko na nga eh!
Ayaw niya na daw pong pagbalikan. Sabi ko, baka naman may pag-asa pa. Oh. Tapos yun po, yung time na yun.
Pero sa halip daw na maging maayos ang kanilang pag-usap, nauwi daw sa sakitan ang kanilang pagharap.
Akin na lang! Bitawan mo nga ako!
Sinakal ko po siya. Tapos? Yun lang po yung pinamatay niya.
Nang malagutan ang hininga si Mitzi, nagawa pa raw ni Alvin na ito'y pagsamantalahan.
Pinasa po. Bakit? Sobra pong pagmamahal siguro.
Pagkatapos na uwi, umisip raw siya ng paraan upang itago ang nagawang krimen. Kaya naman, nagawa niya umanong putol-putulin ang katawan nito para mailabas sa apartment.
Gulong-gulo po isip ko. Kinapchap ko po. CR po.
According to the suspect, habang nasa loob ng CR, nakabukas ang gripo ng tubig, doon niya pinuputol yung katawan. So, dire-diretso yung tapo ng dugo. Nung malinis na, ibabalot pa niya sa plastic. At isasalansin ng maayos doon sa box.
Matapos iyon,
kumuha raw siya ng 500 pesos doon sa pitaka pa ng biktima at yun ay pinambayad sa tricycle para utusan, para dalhin yung katawan at napadpad nga sila doon sa kung saan pinagkakitaan yung bangkay.
Ngayon, labis raw na pinagsisisihan ni Alvin ang nagawang kasalanan.
Konsensya po. Kaibigan ko po kasi yun eh. Hindi ko alam na ganun nangyayari. Hindi ko po alam na ganun yung palalabasan ng ano. Na ganun ang magagawa ko sa kanya.
Anong ginamit mong pang chop-chop sa kanya?
Kuchilyo po.
Matapos ang investigasyon, tuluyan nang sinampahan ng kasong murder si Alvin de Los Angeles.
Turn over po nung Martires City Police Station yung kaso dito sa Indang Police Station sa kadahilanan po na yung krimen po ay naganap dito sa Indang. Bagamat yung katawan po ng biktima ay nakuha doon sa lugar nila. Sinampahan po natin ng kasong murder in relation to Republic Act 7610 yung suspect dahil po yung biktima ay minor.
Sa kasalukuyan, nakapiit sa Indang Police Station si Alvin. Doon nakausap din siya ng inyong ABS-CBN Soko. Patuloy niyang inamin sa harap ng aming kamera ang nagawang krimen. Gayunman, may ilang detalye siyang binago.
Sa pagkapatay po, aksidente lang po talagang napatay yun. Hindi ko na po talaga ginusto. Aminin ko po ako po yung nakapatay pero masasabi ko lang po, yung pa-chop-chop po, hindi ko po talaga magagawa yun. Kasi po, unang-una po takot po ako sa dugo.
Alvin's act of killing and rape was totally a crime of passion, as his acts in the heat of moment with extreme desire of love leading to a criminal act is called a human act.
Crush in South Korea. 150 more are thought to be injured following a stampede at a Halloween event in the capital, Seoul. Pictures from the scene show emergency workers trying to rescue people who'd become trapped beneath the dead and injured. Ashna Huranag reports, and a warning from the beginning. You may find some of the images in this report distressing.
Screams replace the blaring music that Ituan is used to hearing on a Saturday night, as hundreds are propelled forwards in an uncontrollable surge. Fun quickly turns to fear as hordes of people funnel down the narrow street, crushing hundreds as they move. Emergency service workers here try to dislodge the bottleneck with people piled on top of each other. In images too distressing to show, bystanders and paramedics attempt to resuscitate motionless people on the ground, and blankets cover the dead. Others try to disperse the crowds. More than 100,000 people were thought to be in the area for Halloween celebrations, a popular district for the city, now swarming with emergency services. President Yoon Suk-yeol bolstered efforts too, with disaster medical teams. Tonight on social media, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak sent a message of sympathy to the people of Seoul. The number of dead and injured continues to climb. The impact of this Saturday night of horror is only just being felt. Ashna Harinag, Sky News.
Reporting with how the man is causing harm by using a weapon with his lack of self-awareness made him do unintended action to use his weapon, as this incident can be considered more of an act of man, as it results from the dynamics of the crowd, panic, and circumstances, leading to uncontrolled situation with unintended consequences of the collective behavior of a group of people under stress or pressure.